So today I started Skåneleden 4 and section 1. I started at Ystad. Came on the train from Copenhagen. All the trains were cancelled, so I had to catch a metro and all sorts of things. It took me about 3 hours to get here, so I was quite cranky and tired when I got here. And then I've walked about 7 kilometers. And then I found this little campsite here, and before this, about 2 or 3 kilometers down the track, I stopped and made my dinner. So that's about all for tonight. It's going to be dark in about half an hour, and then I'll be off to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. This is my campsite for tonight, away from everybody. That's my views for tonight. Not too bad. I came that way today, so tomorrow I'll be heading up that way. Good morning. I had a very nice night's sleep last night. Woke up I guess I was awake about 4:30, went back to sleep, and I got up around 6:20, packed everything up, and I was on trail at 7 this morning. Then I found a spot where I could tank up with water, and so while I was there I made some coffee and had some breakfast. So that was about half an hour ago, and now I've just entered a Swedish military area, like a rifle shooting range, also a heavy vehicle, but you're allowed to walk through here when they don't have the closed signs on the boundaries. And there was you can see a photo on my Flickr or Facebook page if you want, but I didn't video it. I just took a photo of the entrance. It wasn't closed, so I just went in, and there's no one here. It's lovely. So now I'm off up the coast. I'll just show you a bit of what it looks like in front of me. I tried walking on the beach a bit, but the sand was too soft, so now I'm back here again. Some of this trail is very sandy as well, so it's pretty slow going. Starting to heat up. It's going to be a warm day, so I'll be looking out for any water sources I can find today. Over in the distance is where I got off the train last night. It's like a harbour where the ferries, they go to Poland. So I made it up to the top of this military area. I don't know if you can see down here. Where is it? I don't know if it's in focus, but there's a whole herd of cattle there that I just had to go through. So it brought back memories from last time, but I think that this cattle was there must be something in the grass or something, because they were a bit dopey, which I was very thankful for. So they just sort of didn't really move, didn't get out of the way, but didn't stampede like last time. So yeah, that's the update. So now I think that I'm up on the highest point here. Just down there you can see some buildings. They're like some half buildings what the military use for their exercises. And all the way over on the other side of the bay is where I came from last night. So now I'm standing on the edge of a cliff basically. And there's an old blazer from Skåneleden where it used to go through this area. Or yeah, I don't know. On the official map it goes around this military area, so maybe they were allowed to go through here once. But hopefully where I've got to join Skåneleden, the trail again, is about 500 meters straight ahead, I hope. Okay, so I've just come over here, over this fence line. Straight up here is where I should have, or I would have come from if I didn't go through the military area. And you can see that the water is straight ahead over there, over the cliff. There's a boat on its way. There's a couple of boats out there on their way to Poland. And so now I'm going to go over here and I'm heading this way, up the coastline. Okay, so this is the path now. It's pretty steep. So yeah, I don't want to fall down. So I think I'm going to put this camera away before I do. So I found out that when I was on the edge of the cliff there, that it was a goat's track, or I think they got sheep in here now, that I was following. So it wasn't the official trail, but there's just no blazes in here, so it's difficult to find your way. So yeah, that's what happened. So I found a blazer here, all pooped on by the birds, but that's the only one that I've seen, other than the ones when you climb over the fence lines. Otherwise there just hasn't been any. Anyway, it's not that difficult, you just got to keep following the coast. Just thought I'd give you a bit of a look, see what the track looks like now. So I think I'm about 3 or 4 kilometres from a fishing town now, so I think I'm going to have a bit of a break when I get there. It's been pretty hard going, difficult to see the blazes and yeah, it's pretty open and windy, so I hope you can hear me on this video. I just had lunch in that little fishing village down there. It was quite nice. I didn't buy anything, I had everything with me, but I was able to fill up my water bottle, which was great. And now the trail is following the coastline down, yeah, exactly on the coastline. So I've come off the ridge now and I've got to follow this until I get to the next fishing village. Now the trail's back right on the coastline again, and this time I've got really nice sandy beach. The other sections, they've been full of stones, so it was pretty tough going actually. I've just come through a nature reserve, so it was forest, and I was glad to come out of there as well, because I was just getting attacked by not mosquitoes but flies. They were really bad. So this is just great. No mosquitoes, no flies. It's just perfect weather. So I'm thinking about taking my shoes off. Okay, so I've gone about 35 kilometers today, and I just haven't been able to find anywhere to pitch my shelter anywhere. So I was going along the beach here and I noticed that there was a toilet block, and then I went down a side road there, and then now I've found a little forest. So that's where I am. So I'll just show you. So this is what it looks like. Got my backpack here. I was going to pitch it over there somewhere. There was a really good spot, but then I saw this big tree here that's starting to fall over. So I don't want to lie underneath that. So I think that I'm going to try and make home just around here somewhere for the night. So I'm going to put my tent up and get dinner on. I thought that I would just demonstrate my ultralight sleeping system too. So this is my Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite Small. I've got my backpack under my feet, and then I've got 4, weighs 118 grams. I've got 4 sections of a Thermarest Z-Lite sleeping pad. I've cut them off. So we've got 118 here. This weighs around about 200 grams. And then I'm sleeping in my Graham Expert Elite quilt, and the insulation is Apex 67. It should be good comfort temperature from about 11 degrees Celsius, and it weighs about 212 grams, I think. The whole sleeping system weighs 630 grams. I thought that I'd show you where I've hiked the last, well, today and last night. So I took a train down to here, and that's the train. It took about 3 hours to get here last night because of all the cancelled trains in Copenhagen. Then I hiked up here. Let's see. I hiked up here. Then this morning I hiked all the way. Okay, so the normal route, it goes up here. This is the Swedish military area. So when it's closed, you have to go on this route here, but it wasn't closed. So today I went through it and I went up here, and then I followed the coastline after that. So this is where I went, up here, through this area. It was terrible for flies, a lot of flies in here. Luckily there wasn't mosquitoes. I went down here, and then here there was a shop. It shows it on the map as well. So I had an ice cream and an iced tea drink. And then I walked up here. I was tonight going to try to find somewhere around here to camp, but there just was nothing. So I continued on and continued up this way here, and tomorrow I've just got to go from here up to here, so I've ran about 15 k's I think. I did about 35 kilometers today, so I'm pretty tired now. So I just got my dinner on, put it in its cozy over here, so it'll just keep cooking for another 10-15 minutes and then it'll be ready. So yeah, that's about it tonight. So my dinner's ready now. It's chicken with a red curry and couscous, and I've got vegetables in there. I've got Spanish black beans, I've got corn, red peppers, peas. Yeah, that's about it. Good morning, folks. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I started 6 o'clock, so I've been walking for about an hour. Got up at 5:30. Had a fair bit of rain last night, so that kept me awake. So it was my plan was to get out of bed a bit earlier than 5:30, but it was a bit difficult to crawl out. So here I am, and now the trail's taken me besides a main road. So hopefully I'll get over there again. I can see the water's just there. And I've got about, I've probably got about 9 kilometers left now before I make it to the town where I can catch a train and come home. I just wanted to add that I slept quite well with the ultralight sleeping system that I've got. So the Graham Expert Elite with Apex 67, it was just perfect for the weather. I guess the temps were about 18 degrees, 17 minimum last night. It was cooler on the first night, so it was a little bit coolish, but perfect last night. And when I went to bed, I had opened a quilt up, so it was actually just like a quilted home. So then in the early hours I had to wake up and zip up the box section at the bottom. So other than that, it was perfect. And the little torso size sleeping pad was great too, and I'm really happy with the 4 sections cut off from the Thermarest Z-Lite folding pad, what do you want to call it. I'm only about 4 kilometers until I get to my end station, so I won't be posting any more updates. So thanks for watching, and give the video a like if you like it, and we'll see you next time.